You know what that's from? It's from a movie. You gotta know what it is. Not everybody will. Think Jason. Think Hockey Mask. That was one of the coolest movies when I was younger. As far as horror films go, I liked it when I was a kid. The very first Friday the 13th. I mean, that last shot when Jason comes out of the water really freaked me out. Really freaked me out for a long time. Did you guys ever see that one? I watched it again a few years ago, and wow, it just surprised me how brutal it was. I forgot. That was many years ago. And that was back around the time, really the golden age of horror, I guess, nowadays. Even bigger than Universal's monsters. Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, the Chucky doll. These horror icons, even Hellraiser. I just read they're bringing back Hellraiser as a TV series with Clive Barker on board. I'm not really as much into all that stuff as I used to be, obviously. I see it all through different eyes now, but still keep up with it. Hey, I hope you're doing well. It's Friday the 13th. I hope you're not scared. Hope you're not freaking out. We'll be okay. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I've talked about the history of Friday the 13th in the past, connections that the Templars and Masons, and that takes a long time to get into, though. We'll maybe I'll do another video on that soon, or just add that into something newer. I'm working on a new video. So tonight, there's some big stories that broke this week that are really huge, that some of you may wonder why it's not on the show, because I'm putting them in my new video, and that'll be up over the next few days. The next KJ's What Happened. I've been doing 2 a week. We just did one a few days ago. I just started this. I hope you're cool with it. The next one I was going to do on Monday, I want to go and push it to Tuesday, because I didn't even think about at first that my friend Jeff has a Monday night show. He's been doing it forever. And I don't want us to have to compete with each other, or whatever for views, because I know we have a lot of the same listeners. So I'm going to push it Tuesdays. So for now, it'll be KJ's What Happened on Tuesdays and on Fridays. And my next video for YouTube will be up over the next few days. By the way, very important. If you didn't know, like my last 4 or 5 videos have been off YouTube. And those videos only get like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 views as far as I've seen. I don't keep up with it every day, but they don't really get a lot of views. And that's from a channel with almost 500,000 subscribers. I'm just letting you know that it's not that I'm a view queen, but I want you to see the videos I make. I want you to see the information. So please check it out. Okay. You can look below underneath the player. You can go to BitChute, has some of them. I have a BitChute link below, and all of them will be on my website at whoiskjosborne.com, or you've got the other option of Thescariestmovieever.tv. I started off loving that idea. It was something I just worked on over the last month. Then I hated it, and now I'm back to liking it, just because I've got a lot of positive feedback. There's the people, some of the people that use it seem to really like it, and you can watch, the stuff anywhere. So it's kind of cool. So I'm going to keep it for now as an option. Every time I upload something from here on out, it'll be uploaded to Thescariestmovieever.tv. There's also 20 videos over there that if you have never watched any of my videos off of YouTube, there's like 20 videos over there that you need to see that you've never seen before. So check that out as well. Those will be there. I just uploaded the last KJ's What Happened there as well a few days ago. So there you go. That's the latest. That's the update. So, hey, there is a lot to get into tonight, and really a lot of clips. I was looking at everything I'd compiled. I was like, wow, man, this is real clip heavy, but that's cool because I got a lot of stuff to show you. I just want to say thank you for being here, and a big shout out to the moderators. Always a huge shout out to my Patreon and PayPal supporters, guys. Thank you so very much. There's a link below as well if anybody would like to support the work. But just for those that have and do, just thank you. You're really so much. I appreciate you. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, also, I've got my Discord link below. If you guys want to get into Discord, it's a community chat room 24/7. There's a link below. When you click it, you'll get a window that says expired link. It is not expired. Press the blue button. Next screen pops up. Look to the left-hand side and click chat room, and you'll be in. All right, cool. Okay, I think we're good. That's it for the updates. Now let's go ahead and get into some of this. So a lot of people were asking about the thumbnail that I had up, so I figured I'd show you this right here. I can't pronounce it, but it has an interesting history. There's a lot of different theories, but right here in the thick of it in the middle, so what I've always seen it as is Saturn or Cronus. It was created in 1545 by Hans Ging to replace a wooden fountain from the 15th century. The new fountain's original name was Plaza Fountain, is what it, in English. The current name was first used in 1666, and the interpretation of the new name is Fountain of the Eater of Little Children. So I thought that was interesting, the 666. Of course, the current name was first used in 1666, and the current name translation is Fountain of the Eater of Little Children. So there you go. Good times, right? Always right there in front of our face. That's in Switzerland. And just right out there, right? In front of everybody. Moving on. Digitizing odors. Israelis whiff the future with smellophone tech breakthrough. Wiseman Institute team says it's created a molecular smell map that can be used to recreate almost any scent on Earth, potentially sending what you sniff around the globe. What could go wrong? The Wiseman Institute team claims to have created a smell map that can determine how any odor will smell to humans based just on an examination of its molecular structure. The researchers say this provides the theoretical framework to record the qualities of the smell as a set of numbers, which can be used to recreate it by means of an electronic device that could be embedded in cell phones, computers, what could go wrong, and elsewhere, like on a human, in your chip. They believe that a range of, they believe that a range of just 200 molecules is enough to recreate almost any smell on Earth. It's so crazy, man. Now I believe we're just a few years away from telephones that accurately record and recreate smells, they're saying. Who wants this? Does anybody want this? Is this something that people want? I don't. Wow. He told the Times of Israel that there will be countless applications of the ability to digitize odors, meaning capturing them and reproducing them digitally, including so-called smell tracks for movies on the big or small screen and photos that carry the odor of the moment they were taken. Restaurants will be able to share the aroma of dishes in their online menus, and people will be able to reproduce their favorite perfumes, he said. We've already shown we can do this with a perfume, as we have made a computer-generated odor that smelled exactly like rose just by combining molecules. Almost 200 volunteers were deployed by the Wiseman team to smell and describe odors in terms that were needed to build the map of smells. Sobel said, "We have identified the physical, chemical features of smells that are meaningful for human perception. Once we have a device that will measure the properties we have identified, we can digitize the information using codes and algorithms we have already established." What's so weird, it makes me think of, I did a video a while back on the connection between 5G and virtual reality. And I sometimes picture in the future, or maybe near future, just eventually humans, kind of like in the Matrix, just batteries or just sitting in pods or some kind of a pod or something with virtual reality on. Now you've got the smells that come in just to further create that false reality for you. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I know that seems maybe negative to people, but I'm hopeless when I think of where this world's heading. And that's in a good way. I don't have hope in this world. I know what's coming. We know what has to happen. Destruction draws near. There you go, man. Smell a phone. Smell a phone. China launches first 6G satellite. I don't think I can make this any bigger, unfortunately, the screen. I mean, you seen one rocket launch, you seen them all, right? But still, figured I'd share. All right, cool. 6G. People who regularly eat chili peppers live longer, research suggests. Chili eaters may have a significantly reduced risk of dying from cardiovascular disease or cancer, according to preliminary research which will be presented this week at the American Heart Association's scientific sessions. While previous research has found consuming chilies has an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-cancer, and blood glucose regulating effect due to capsaicin, which gives chili its characteristic hot taste, the study is the first large-scale effort to compare reported consumption of chili with disease mortality. In order to assess the effects of chili pepper on longevity, researchers screened 4,729 studies from 5 leading global health databases. It doesn't matter. These included 4 large studies which specifically included health outcomes for participants with data on chili pepper consumption. All right, I don't want to read all this stuff. Science and big words. We get it. Eat more chili peppers. Okay, now we got some pretty cool videos here. Starting off, the U.S. military has raided, and have you guys heard about this? This is from 4 hours ago. The U.S. military has raided and seized servers in Germany tied to the Dominion election system. This is the first one.
He needed to just give up. But Seidel, that's...
Yeah, I'm going to refresh it, and then I'll make it big screen.
Election, he needed to just give up. But Seidel, that's a place where all of this information was cycling through. Not supposed to, but it was. And actually, there was a German that, as I was told, there was a tweet in German from Germany that the U.S. Army had gone in and seized the Seidel server. They're going through bankruptcy right now. So there's all kinds of games being played. And I had suggested that the president might get information from Seidel, and the next day before, and I sent him specifics that he needed to get that would show a lot of fraud. And the next day before that information could be gotten, somebody ordered the U.S. Army, according to the tweet, to go in and seize the server. There are people involved inside the government that have been trying to take this president down, State Department, Intel community, and FBI, and also.
There you go. For your consideration. How's that? We'll say that. For your consideration. Okay, give me a sec. Got to refresh this. This one is, I guess you could say, a bit of a doom break. How many of you had a tough older grandma? How many of y'all had a tough grandma? I didn't. My grandmas were like super, super sweet. You know, Midwest ladies. One of them very country. The other one very stylish. But both of them hearts of gold. You know, very sweet people. However, I've known tough grandmothers. I've worked with tough grandmothers. I have friends who have tough grandmothers. This is a tough grandmother who's tired of kids picking on her little kid, so she takes it straight to them on the bus.
I'm right on to their house to see if their mama got hanged. The glass little boy don't say shit else to my goddamn girls, cause baby, let me tell you something. I'm gonna follow this motherfucking bus this evening, and I'm gonna beat the shit out y'all about y'all goddamn kids.
Language alert.
Don't say shit else to my motherfucking child. Cause they come on with one more motherfucker right up, baby, it's going the fuck down. She so hang your mama up and let my girls rock y'all. Don't play with my kid. I think it's that little boy right there with that little regular blue. Is that him right there? Where he at? He ain't on here yet. What he at?
Just 1 second. Look, nobody will holler or call names to anybody.
They do it every day. I've been watching them too ever since that day you got up and told me she stuck her finger up at the little boy. I be watching. So I asked her, why you stick your finger up? She said, well, he cusses me out and he sticks his finger up at me first, and then when I do, I see you, little boy, you can't duck down, you fat. He gonna holler about them. You fat B when she got out the bus. I said, so he hear them, but he don't. I mean, he see y'all, but he don't hear them. Baby, I done went to jail about this. I done pulled a pistol out on the bus driver in Washington Gone. That's why we moved, and I didn't let them ride the bus no more. I will beat up parents and kids. I got heavyweights. I will let them rock a little boy. If I let them get on a little boy, they gonna whoop the dog shit out of them. You hear me? I'm trying not to follow this bus home to one of these little kid mamas because I know they junk is this grenade. I'm gonna fly their heels up. Right. Oh, I'm gonna start recording when the bus she come out and try to save me. That's just how low down I am. Don't say nothing to my kids because I make them be good because they know they'll get their tail toe up. Y'all probably don't get no whoopings. Half of your mama's crackheads and your daddy's faggots. Don't say nothing to my kids. Period.
There you go. Tough grandma. Tough, angry grandma. I wonder how that worked out. I wonder if her kids ever got picked on again by those children on the bus. Perhaps we'll never know. All right, let's see if this works. Oh, this is a crazy one too. Shocking moment. A crazed driver drove through a supermarket in Columbia Falls. This is nuts. Just another example of people going bonkers. I'm finding so many videos. I can't even show them all to you, but I'm finding so many videos of people just already losing their crap. So can you imagine if President Trump's team can actually prove they won the election and prove all this fraud and everything, and it actually stays, and he gets another 4 years? I mean, we already know people are ready to go, and we know what people they are. It's the other side. No, not Democrats. I mean, that's the label of the world gives it, and it is obviously showing up a lot on the left-hand path, through the Democrats now. It's so obvious. It's crazy, right? But more than that, it's that dividing line in humanity. Are you a sheep or are you a goat? And there's a lot of goats out there. A lot of goats. And they're ready to rage. Right, let's make this big screen. Gotta have big screen, full screen. There we go. All right. Just within the last few months, we had a KG's What Happened, where there's somebody crashing in the front of a grocery store. And then she'd back up like, 10 feet, start up again and crash. And just kept doing that, right? Just people losing it.
What did they drive through here? They drove through this door. A car? Yeah, a car. When they drove off.
In my fucking meat case. Pissed.
Oh my god, dude.
People just losing it. But not us, right? For real. This isn't a time to lose it. Milwaukee election chief busted illegally running 169,000 votes without observers. No surprise. Still, it's always nice to catch him in the act, ain't it? Here we go.
Save me a minute and a half.
Milwaukee's elections chief, Claire Woodall-Vaugh, is in the process of putting the results from the machines that are finished onto encrypted flash drives that will be delivered with police escort to the County Election Commission to be put into the reporting system. Okay, I don't know. I feel like I missed something there. Anyway, I was hoping there'd be a little more exciting there you have it. Here's another one. Comes to the voting. Closer look at the Dominion system shows how the machines can actually change your vote. Do you guys know about this? And the fact they use the term Dominion, you gotta love that. Just again, right in front of your face. Our face.
The voting machine is called the Image Cast Evolution, or ICE machine. It's made by Dominion.
The Dominion Voting Image Cast Evolution, or ICE, is an all-in-one accessible paper-based voting system.
This Image Cast Evolution voting machine has the physical ability to mark votes onto the ballot after the last time the voter sees the ballot. And that's a disaster if we lose the ability to trust that the paper trail really represents what the voter intended.
Andrew Appel is a professor of computer science at Princeton University.
My research is in software verification and election machinery.
He's an election security expert who has testified before Congress and been featured in Politico magazine.
Image Cast Evolution, where it's used in the United States. New Mexico in 2013, Ohio and Tennessee in 2013, California, Florida, Minnesota, Virginia, and Wisconsin in 2016.
The machine is a combination ballot marking device.
It's 2016 when Witchmer won. I don't know.
Company's website. The voting machine is the only optical scan.
They said it was in Wisconsin, 2016.
Ballot paper pad. That means it's a printer and a scanner in one.
If the machine is hacked, then they can install software that marks votes on the ballot after the voter last saw it. And if the piece of paper can be marked by the computer after the last time the voter saw it, then the whole paper trail is compromised.
Security experts do not believe that the ICE machine is the only voting machine being sold with the ability to add votes to paper ballots. Appel and other computer scientists believe that two versions of the Express Vote, a ballot marking device by another company, ES&S, have the same capability. That machine has already been purchased by half a dozen states, sometimes, like in Philadelphia, over strong community opposition against expert advice.
These barcodes go against the recommendation of the Blue Ribbon Commission on Pennsylvania's election security.
And with indications that there were conflicts of interest in the procurement process.
There were many issues in this process that are troubling.
6 swing states have now purchased voting machines that security experts say have this problem.
Yeah, did you hear that? 6 swing states. Okay, here's another. This one's kind of fun. Says a lot about that whole division, about living in a time where father will turn against daughter and son against mother. And it's the division time. But this is when I saw this. I mean, it's kind of funny in some ways, but it really struck me about that division I talk about a lot. That we really are seeing that dividing line in humanity now in so many ways. And check this out. This is some parents are angry at their daughter for voting for Biden, for Bo Jiden.
He didn't win. He stole it.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is fraud. It was fraud.
Okay, so wait, so does this mean Biden's our president?
No, he's not.
No.
He's not. And Trump's not finished with him yet. This is all BS.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
So they're downstairs right now, still yelling. Anyways, they're talking about me moving out.
We need to talk to you right now, okay? Your dad is extremely upset, all right? You voted for this asshole. He wants us to wear masks, and he wants us to be locked in, and we're going to be slaves and peasants. I need your keys right now.
So I don't really know how to do like recordings or anything like that. But I'm walking. I'm homeless. Vote for Biden.
I know it could be a setup thing too as well, but even so. But I don't know, man. Is it a setup thing? Look it up if you're interested. See if there's some follow-up on that. I know nothing about that girl. I don't ever watch TikTok. Do you guys actually watch TikTok? I'll show you videos I find on other places, maybe from TikTok, but I've never actually gone there to watch videos. Is that a thing? This one right here is another example of somebody losing their mind. But this woman's drinking while she's driving on FB Live, and she actually records herself crashing into a school bus. It's nuts. So I don't know if I'm allowed to show that. I don't know if the algo would pick up on it, but anyway, I'll do this just in case. This one I wasn't sure about. So she's drinking. Then one point she says, wait till you guys see what I'm about to do.
I'm about to pull up to my ex shit and start wilding. No, let me stop. My ex-girlfriend, not a nigga, a girl.
Since a little bitch, since a little hoe, I love the way you walk, love the way you talk. Let a young nigga come play in your throat, deep stroke your throat.
Hold on, y'all need to see what I'm about to do. Y'all need to see what I'm about to do. Watch this. Watch this, y'all.
Since a little bitch, since a little hoe, I love the way you walk, love the way you talk. Let a young nigga come. I'm trying to give it to you.
Yeah, she actually does it. Into a school bus. So it says, video courtesy of Facebook user Lovestorm, right? Shows a woman drinking and driving recklessly around 6:30 to 7 in the morning somewhere, allegedly in New Haven. Hey, New Haven. There's always strange things happening out there. Always. More than just the handy sook. This lady decides to pass a school bus and ends up swerving to miss oncoming traffic and hits the school bus, then a wall, and then flees the scene. Okay. So yeah, she did say she was going to her ex's house to wild out. So that's it. So when she said, wait till you see what I'm about to do, it wasn't that she was purposefully going to run into a school bus. Good to know. It's good to know. Here's another one you can throw into the doom break. There's a few doom breaks tonight. This one's pretty crazy. Do you guys know about histrionic personality disorder? HPD? And there's close ties with narcissism, and my friend Ollie could break all this stuff down. He's got a channel. I think he changed the name, which is probably a good move with the way YouTube is now. But he's really knowledgeable when it comes to the narcissist and all the different personality disorders. But that's what I thought of when I saw this young lady here and the way she's acting. This was the moment this girl was busted by her boyfriend inviting her side play over. So when the man tries to leave, this happens.
She invited me over, and now she's going crazy. I don't leave it.
Give me my stuff!
It's all in the room. I didn't take any of it.
No.
I'm leaving. I don't want to leave it.
You stop!
Stop what? I'm leaving.
You're not leaving right now.
I'm leaving. Why can't I leave? I don't want to leave with you. Open the door. Open the door.
Mommy!
Open the door.
Mommy, get home! Please! Mom! Please get home, please! Please! Get home now!
Okay. I haven't done anything.
Murphy! Please, Mom! Please! Stop recording me, you dick!
I haven't done anything wrong.
Mom!
Sorry,
Mommy!
another boy. I said
Mommy!
She showed up. She asked another boy to come over that night. The night she was talking to me. So I said, I'm leaving. She said, why are you leaving?
Mom! Mama,
And now
please!
she's going crazy because I'm trying to leave. Baby, open the door. I'm trying to leave. I'm not going to push you out of the way. Open the door.
Where the fuck is my phone?
It's all in your room.
How do I know that? Go and get it now. I want to see it. You fucking smashed it, you dickhead.
That's a lie?
Yes, you did. Don't fucking lie.
I didn't touch your phone.
Stop it, Mommy. Mom.
Smash your phone.
Yes.
Already cracked.
I am. But he fucking smashed my phone and then grabbed me and then
I
threw
grabbed
me.
you and threw you?
Mommy.
I grabbed you and threw you?
Yes, you fucking did. You're such a liar. You're gonna
Where?
fucking deny
Where
it.
did I throw you?
You fucking threw me in my room, you asshole.
That's a lie.
Stop. You know you're not. Oh my god.
I'm trying to leave.
Have any of you ever known people like
It's on your
this?
bed.
hopefully you're not involved with people like
It
this.
is on your bed. Your phone is on your bed.
Give it to me! You fucking took it off my bed!
I didn't take it off.
Yes, you did!
No, I didn't.
Yes, the fuck you did!
No, I did not.
Let me see your
It is on
Yes,
your
it
Yes,
is!
in my pockets.
Give it to me!
I have a portable
It's
charger.
my shit!
And there's nothing
Somewhere!
in there.
Then come here!
No,
Because
let
you
go of my
have it
arm.
on
Let go of my
Those little saying little girls are
She's
made of
leaving me here.
sugar
I
and
am
spice
trying
and
to
everything
leave.
nice.
my shit, you fucking gross
Where?
dickhead!
Where did I
Upstairs, you
throw it?
fucking grabbed me!
I grabbed you where?
On my fucking neck! Shut
On
up!
your neck? Where?
Shut the fuck up, you
Where?
prick!
You pushed me away. Where on your neck did I grab you?
Bitch, you fucking grabbed me!
Where?
Okay, maybe there's not evidence, but you fucking did it, you asshole! Get the out of my
You
house!
just pushed me again.
Oh, bullshit!
That's
To
on
get you
camera.
out of my fucking...
I've been trying to leave the house this
Because,
entire
bitch, you have
time.
my fucking...
Okay, I think we had it. But really, have you ever known people like that? Hopefully you're not involved with people like that. This one was nutty. Man bangs his car into Trump rally, gets put into chokehold on the concrete. But this was just, you don't actually see that part of it. You see the aftermath. Okay, there's no accidents here or anything, but it's nuts. Here, I'll read a little bit before we watch this. Santa Maria, California. A Santa Maria man was arrested Sunday after driving his vehicle into a Trump parade, causing a rollover crash and 2 injuries. Santa Maria police said the Trump rally was traveling westbound. At the same time, a 20-year-old man was driving eastbound when he made a U-turn and caught up with the rally, gesturing and shouting aggressively at participating vehicles. Officers said the man even threw bottles and other objects at drivers as he passed. While the rally continued west, the man suddenly turned from Stoll to College Drive. Several minutes later, witnesses said they saw the man driving at high speeds towards Stoll. Video taken by bystanders at the scene shows the man accelerating through the stop sign. He then drove straight into the path of the Trump parade and crashed into one car, causing it to collide with another nearby car. 3 cars in total were involved in the incident. Police said the car the man banged into first had rolled onto its side with 2 passengers inside. One victim sustained a broken arm while the other one had swelling on their arm. So at least nobody lost their lives or seriously injured. But this is when they caught up with a kid that did it.
Lock him up. Which one? That one? Lock him up. Lock him up. You gotta go.
Piece of shit! I live here! I live here! My kid's gonna die here by your fucking dumbass! You could have told me to fucking drive! Oh, you fucker!
Tell her you're sorry.
You fucker!
Tell her.
Piece of shit! You are!
Zip ties?
Look at that. I mean, it looks like a young... That's like a young kid, it looks like, right? It looks like what, 16 to early 20s? I can't tell, but just a young kid doing this stuff. You're driving along this rally for Trump, screaming, losing his mind, throwing things, and then doing a U-turn and going at high speed and crashing directly into the rally or the parade as it's coming on. Into the first car, I guess, or one of the first cars. So that dividing line's happening. Not everybody that doesn't have Christ is a goat, necessarily. There's still the natural man or natural woman, people who haven't quite chosen yet. But that group is going to be running thin soon because everything coming is much more obvious now. My new video will show that. Other people out there showing you things, and we know it. And this idea that it's all going to go back to normal. I mean, I'll show you, and most of you already know, the system doesn't want that. If Trump can prove he won and gets another 4 years, like I've said for the last few years, to me, it's like a reprieve. It's a little more time. But outside of even just Trump, or even if he gets it, we already know that the system itself is setting everything up. The Great Reset, for one. Agenda 21, well, we're just a few months away from their first goal. Now they say it's Agenda 2030. And I've said before, I think that Agenda 2030 is really like a red herring, or just kind of a carrot, just something to lead the masses. Oh, we still got a good 10 years. And it's like, no, man, it's already accelerating. It really is. All right, moving on. This is just kind of some crazy footage here. Check this out. See if I can make this big screen. There we go.
In front of her. Very scary moments caught live on the air this morning. Our Amber Roberts was just steps away on a bridge when it collapsed right in front of her.
Not too long ago, washed up here. This is incredibly scary. Okay, we're backing up. We're backing up. Just right here, live on TV, we saw the road collapse. That same road that we were just standing on seconds ago. So thank God that we are backing up. We are slowly going off of the bridge. We are slowly backing back as first responders continue to come towards this area to get it together.
Man, how about that? One more time.
Not too long ago, washed up here. This is incredibly scary. Okay, we're backing up. We're backing up. Just right here, live on TV, we saw the road collapse. That same road that we were just standing on seconds ago. So thank God that we are backing up.
One more time. That's amazing. And just think about it. If you get caught in something like that, I mean, they fall and they just get caught up in this. I'm not saying you can't survive, but it ain't gonna be easy. Look how that's rolling. All kinds of debris in the water with you, obstacles in the way.
Okay, we're backing up. We're backing up. Just right here, live on TV.
Dang, that's so crazy.
We saw the road collapse. That same road that.
Oh, this is great. Pope Francis urges Catholics to pray for ethical robots. In November's monthly prayer intention, Pope Francis called on all the good Catholics of the world to pray that the progress of robotics and artificial intelligence may always serve humankind. The Pope's monthly prayer intentions, published on the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops website, was also featured, in a short video clip on YouTube. In his message, the Pope said artificial intelligence was at the heart of the epochal change we are experiencing, and that robotics could empower the world if harnessed for good. So this is kind of, we talk about externalization of the hierarchy and how there's a battle between the sheep and the goats in a way to get all the information out there. And it's always through one of two lenses, really. The enemy they have to expose it. They have to tell us. It's like the vampire having to be invited in. They have to show or tell. But they try to frame it in a way, right, that's good and positive, and it's going to pull us together, that it's the good way, it's the right way. And then there's those on the other side, us, that see this kind of stuff for what it is. Right? The Pope's prayer for ethical robots was first reported by The Verge, which comes as the Vatican earlier this year released Rome Call for AI Ethics, a conference that, according to Reuters, discussed principles promoting the ethical use of artificial intelligence. With the virus pandemic catapulting the world deeper into the fourth industrial revolution, dubbed Industry 4.0, the ongoing automation of traditional manufacturing and industrial practices with AI and robotics under cover of social distancing has caused an unwelcoming employment crisis for the working poor. I've talked about that too, like the post-human existence they're preparing us for, with many of their jobs displaced by robots. The Pope will likely be highly critical of the automation wave crushing the world's working poor, as he recently warned in the latest encyclical Fratelli Tutti, Unfettered Capitalism is Unstoppable. Okay, cool. Got it. It's on Zero Hedge. Cool website. If you never heard of it, check it out. California is set to reopen strip clubs before churches. Of course. It's from November 12th, yesterday. San Diego Superior Court Judge Joel R. Wohlfeil ordered the state to end any actions that prevent the clubs from being allowed to provide live adult entertainment, according to the decision. The owners of 2 strip clubs argued that their business is legally protected speech guaranteed by the First Amendment, the same argument that churches have been making about their own services. The judge's decision is not final, as that in a full hearing, which will occur at the end of the month, but it temporarily allows the strip clubs to reopen for indoor services as other institutions close. In their legal complaint, strip club owners argued that they have complied with social distancing requirements. They also warned that another shutdown would mean financial ruin. The judge temporarily sided with them. Religious liberty advocates said that the case could pave the way for lifting coronavirus restrictions against churches. Paul Jana, special counsel for the Thomas More Society, which is representing churches challenging the restrictions, expressed confidence that this decision bodes well for the churches. If strip clubs are entitled to constitutional protections, then churches are as well. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. We will see. Get your, what is that? Boost your natural defenses, Ultra 12. Wow. Leftist agents caught handing out Nazi propaganda at MAGA rally.
This is Greg Reese for Infowars.com on Stop the Steal Caravan. We are in Raleigh, North Carolina, where we just finished a rally, a very incredible rally because everyone was out here in the rain, very dedicated. It was pretty exciting. It was good to see. And there was a group we noticed, our security team pointed them out to me early on, about 4 or 5 guys covering their faces. Some of them had their faces open. Half of them were dressed in Trump gear. The one in particular had sort of a Guy Fawkes face mask. We have them on camera. And they just looked really shady, so we were keeping our eye on them. And then one of our caravan members was handed a book with some neo-Nazi paraphernalia in it. So it appears as if these guys were out here handing out Nazi paraphernalia dressed up as Trump supporters trying to frame President Trump rally. So right here is the gentleman who saw it happen, who received the book, giving his eyewitness testimony.
Okay, so here we are. We're trying to denounce the media narrative constantly of that, the narrative that there's white supremacists at all these rallies. As you see, there's an equal mix of complex individuals of all demographics, black, white. We already see that. We've got some shady individual who, by nature, was giving me really bad vibes, but he was passing out books. So I tried to be decent and accept one of these books. And I even went as far as to say, "Thank you, sir." I stuck it in my pocket. I thought it may have been a Bible, a pocket Bible. It was a yoga book. So I was like, what the hell is it? Yoga? Fine, great. You know, maybe he's trying to help me get to my inner zen. Well, I go back to the truck. And I open this up. Mind you, I'm walking with a black man when I open this up. Someone that I respect and honor for taking this trip with us. And I see as a brother and a human and a fellow human being. And this infuriates me that we've got people, agent provocateurs, who are trying to infiltrate our rallies and create and support the false media narrative. So not only are they manufacturing false media narratives, but they are injecting stimuli into reality to support that and push it on us. So people need to wake up. I'm telling you right now, you go back to where I'm from, I'm sure people will look me up. I'm not a white supremacist. Nobody here is a white supremacist. We would not allow those people to be here because we don't agree with those ideologies. And this is sick.
Join us in Washington, D.C. Join the caravan. Stop the Steal Caravan. Infowars.com. This is Greg Reese.
For your consideration. Whoa, what's this? Okay. Target bans book after complaints from random accounts on Twitter. I mean, that's really where we're at. Again, it's that cancel culture, right? It's that we call it the cancel culture, but it's a symptom to me of the terrors, or a symptom of the goats, or a symptom of the lost. Everybody's triggered. Not everybody, but a lot of people are triggered. Target's removed Abigail Schreier's timely and well-researched book, Irreversible Damage, The Trans Craze Seducing Our Daughters, from their selection after what appears to be a few complaints from trans activists on Twitter. A Twitter account with roughly 1,300 followers that uses an Aunt Farta slogan, ACAB, in their handle, tweeted to Target, "I think the trans community deserves a response as to why they are selling this book about the trans epidemic sweeping the country, trigger warning transphobia." Target responded saying, "Thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. We've removed this book from our assortment." I mean, just bam, just like that. That's why I put a pretty big segment in the movie, the most recent, the scariest movie ever made, about stuff like this full-on censorship. We'll just get rid of that. Just shutting down people's voices. And we already know, we've seen this before throughout history. We know where this stuff goes. And we know it's been happening just in mass. It's crazy. You still see people that, "No, man, America's going to stand, man. We're doing good, man." It's like, well, no, wait, whoa. Have you ever been on any social media? Have you tried to find any decent information in most of these, the most popular search engines? I mean, some people don't pay attention. Some people just don't know how restrictive it's gotten. Yeah. There you go. Progressive Portland mayor strikes gendered words from city charter in effort to be more inclusive. Of course, Ted Wheeler did. Reelected as well. The recently reelected mayor of Portland, Ted Wheeler, moved this week to remove all gendered language from the Portland City Charter in an effort to be more inclusive of all gender identities. Everything's becoming inverted. Several years ago, Oregon became the first state in the country to allow residents to mark "not specified" as an option on applications for driver's license and ID cards. Those individuals have an X marked on their cards instead of M or F. On Thursday, the mayor announced that the Portland City Council had successfully authorized the removal of, quote, "feminine and masculine terms," unquote, from municipal documents. The language of the documents that guide the city should reflect our community. Today, council authorized the city auditor to remove feminine and masculine terms from the city charter. This important step will help make our documents more inclusive of all gender identities. And there you have it. Just the news. It's from justthenews.com. Okay, another doom break. Got quite a few doom breaks this week. That's good. It's good. Need some doom breaks right now, don't we? Ronald McDonald. Hold on.
For all the help you've given us.
The title here, if I can get this to just stop for a second. Ronald McDonald farts. Okay. I know it's not super highbrow, but hey, sometimes when things are a little crazy out there, you got to watch a video of Ronald McDonald farting.
All the help you've given us, you have been extraordinary. Diana, you know we love you because you are here as a regular fixture, as you said. It is with everybody's help, too, the other volunteers that have made the party possible today and all that we do for the family. It is with everybody's help, too, the other volunteers that have made the party possible today and all that we do for the families at the Ronald McDonald House. It is with all the volunteers' help, as you said. It is with everybody's help, too, the other volunteers that have made the party possible today.
Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect. Massive gator spotted in Florida makes strong case for dinosaurs still existing. Yeah, this thing is a monster. Have you seen this? Check this out. We've seen this before. I think this, well, maybe. There was another one I showed on KG's What Happened, I know probably 3-4 months ago, about somebody recording a giant alligator. I think it was in a neighborhood, so this might be different still. It's pretty crazy.
Holy. This guy out for a stroll.
There's a really good thriller a while back, maybe about 1.5 years ago. I can't remember the name of it, but it's about a young lady and her dad trapped in their house during a hurricane, and they have to deal with like 3 or 4 huge gators like that. Did you guys ever see that? You know what I'm talking about? What movie that is? Again, I forget the title, man, but I thought that was really good thriller. Simple premise, but wow, it's really cool. Pope Francis congratulates Beau Biden for winning the election. President-elect Biden, a lifelong Roman Catholic. Right. Well, maybe, but that doesn't mean he believes in God, or well, not that he believes in God. He's opposed to God. That's a whole other thing, right? Most of us know this. We judge a tree by its fruit. So Beau Biden spoke to Pope Francis on Thursday. And then there's more of this. Trump claims without evidence. You got to love it right here. Trump claims without evidence that the election was stolen from him. Telling you, man, like I said, if it comes out and he proves it and he gets a second term, it's like the end of all of it. I mean, all the media, we already know, but this is going to be officially, it's going to be so obvious to the whole world how our entire media is controlled, celebrities controlled, most of Washington's totally controlled. You know what I mean? It's that breaking point, which I think is going to be kind of amazing. I'm okay with all this. Yeah, we know what time we're in. It's good. Let's see it all be exposed. Everything comes out. It's going to be great. Bring it. We're ready. This is from, I don't know what city that's in, but one of the cities that painted a big BL+M mural, and one of the letters has the symbol for the PE-DO.
Evil pedophilia symbol on the Black Lives Matter side. Evil pedophilia symbol on the Black Lives Matter side.
Now, if this ever went viral and the mainstream media got a hold of it, it would be, it's only got like 3,500 views. It'd be something to the effect of QAnon conspiracy theorist claims, that whole thing. Do you remember a few days ago? It was pretty crazy that YouTube, Google, Twitter, I mean, most social media went down. It wasn't just YouTube. It was tons of social media. Different sites went down. Everything was acting real weird. So I've seen a lot of crazy theories on what people think that means. We'll see. Another thing I'm hearing a lot, or at least seeing in forums, I go into all these different sites, but I keep seeing, I see trends. And one of the trends is this talk of 10 days of darkness. Have you heard of this? And then all these sites went down. So a lot more people were talking about this, is just in different places, different voices, but trying to put that together and wondering if it has something to do with it. And then I started thinking of, you've heard of Pastor Dana Coverstone, and he's a man that's had some pretty interesting dreams, some of which things that he dreamt actually happened a little later. He's been doing this for 2020, since the beginning. But his last dream had something to do with grids falling down. Like he just saw grids starting, I think, on the West Coast, then on the East Coast, and then finally it hit kind of parts of the Midwest, but like some kind of a grid going down. And I don't know if that'll just be like, what if it's an internet kill switch thing for a while, or what if it's going to be some kind of an actual attack on our grid? Who knows? But so that's out there. I'm watching to find anything solid. If I do, I'll start putting together into a video or something. But maybe you've heard about some of this talk, right? Maybe it has something to do with the Great Reset, perhaps. Who knows? Maybe the Dark Winter. Globalist Klaus Schwab, world will never return to normal after the crown virus. Schwab has continually pushed for C-19 to be exploited to push for a new world order, claiming now is the historical moment of time not only to fight the virus, but to shape the system for the post-crown virus era. He goes further in his book, making it clear that the financial elite will never allow life to return to normal, suggesting the rolling lockdowns and other restrictions will become permanent. He says, many of us are pondering when things will return to normal. The short response is never. Nothing will ever return to the broken sense of normalcy that prevailed prior to the crisis, because the crown virus pandemic marks a fundamental inflection point in our global trajectory. There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. Video. Are phone networks now censoring links about selection fraud? They selected Biden. Bo Jiden. Check this out. So they put the link about the FRAUD, and on the phone it says it delivered it, but of course you see on the other side it didn't. And it won't let them go to the page. Got it? No surprise. Airlines to require health pass vaccine certificate before allowing passengers to fly. Good times. The system, I'll start with the top here. Airlines are likely to require passengers to sign up for a health pass, which includes a digital certificate of the vaccination against you-know-what, before allowing them to fly, according to a new report. The system would be similar in nature to that being considered by Ticketmaster, who it has revealed earlier this week are considering making customers prove they've had the vaccine or a negative crown virus test before allowing them to purchase tickets. All right, there you have it. There it is. I haven't even watched this one yet. I just thought the headline was interesting. Did Don Lemon mistakenly read teleprompter cue to Scream? Let's see.
Trump supporters are circulating a list of social media that purports to be a huge number of dead people in Michigan who are voting, right? This is fraud, people. Scream. Okay, that's what it says. All right, so CNN has started investigating this.
You gotta love it. This is fraud, people. Scream.
Right? This is fraud, people. Scream. Okay, that's what it says. All right, so.
Target reopens looted store in Minneapolis with goal of being less racist. According to a Bloomberg report, there's now a new mural at the entrance of the store, and it's been completely remodeled by a contracting company owned by a Somali American woman in order to make it more welcoming for Black people. The store will also stock more products made by Black-owned brands. In August, Target's new Racial Justice Committee, that's a thing now, outlined the goal of responding to its stores being looted predominantly by Black people by tackling its reputation of appealing primarily to white shoppers. One of those committee members, assistant professor of management at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School, said Target's mission was to reduce the impact of racism that is created from its operations. Yeah, that's where you're at. There it is. Here we go. Bo Jiden, scientific advisor, wants strict as possible lockdowns. Here we go. Well, I guess there's not a video. If he's elected, Bo Jiden has promised to shut down the country again should experts, quote unquote, recommend him to do so. And that's exactly what one of his scientific advisors is asking for. Dr. Michael Osterholm, director of the Center of Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, it's another one of those really long titles, has joined his team, his special Crown Virus Transition Advisory Team. Osterholm told reporters Wednesday that he believes there should be a nationwide lockdown for 4 to 6 weeks in order to effectively manage the number of new cases and hospitalizations from the Crown virus. So we could pay for a package right now to cover all of the wages lost. Here's your universal income, right? We could pay for the package right now to cover all the wages, lost wages for individual workers, for losses to small companies, to medium-sized companies, or city, state, and county governments. I mean, come on. We know what that is. It's never worked before. It's not going to work again. Drones command cheer up Korea in the sky as Seoul tightens Crown virus measures. We saw this a while back, actually. I had footage. Maybe there's some on here. There it is. Yeah, so this is but this is actually probably maybe 2 months old, actually. I mean, I showed you this on KG's What Happened a few months ago. But it's okay. Let's go ahead and watch a little bit again. This is what they're doing in the skies to make people feel better. Honk honk. Clown world. Really is. Cartoon Network honors Stacey Abrams, Kamala Harris with Powerpuff Girls character. Oh, gross. I remember years ago when Powerpuff Girls, it was real popular there, man, for like 3 or 4 years. This is, gosh, a long time ago, 15 years ago or something. A long time ago. But I remember when it was real popular. I just can't. Anyway, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Got it. I showed you guys this a few weeks ago. This is a new Cartoon Network. The Crystal Gems say be anti-racist. And here's their new PSA. All right. This is pay attention. This is the way you're supposed to be now. We have to be good citizens in this new order world.
2, 3. Hey, when we're older, let's get married. Ha! You can't get married. Why not? Black people can't marry white people.
Hey now.
It's Garnet from Steven Universe.
Kids, don't be racist.
Huge pentacles.
Okay, people, we just need to get coverage. We'll start again in 5.
This is the cheesiest job I've ever done. Stuff like this doesn't actually happen in real life.
Like the pentacle that's actually on the Baphomet.
It totally does.
Just because this has never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
It looks like Michelle Obama.
I'm sorry. Seriously, I didn't know. Yeah, everyone messes up sometimes. But you gotta realize it hurts to deal with
Mr.
racism.
Robinson.
And when people act like it's not real, it makes it feel even worse.
You have to acknowledge racism.
Okay, we get it. We understand. We've learned our lesson for the day. From This Is Us to Law and Order, network TV shows push BL plus M anti-cop messages. Of course, it's part of the programming. Part of your nightly programming. Be programmed. Hollywood took a knee, and the results are now full on display. In season 5 premiere of NBC's This Is Us, the BL plus M movement provokes an emotional epiphany in Randall Pearson, inspiring him to cut ties with his white therapist and to confront his white family members about their silence on race. Ugh. Okay. Is this part of it?
Since George Floyd, I have taken statement after statement from 2 kinds of cops. Baton-swinging gladiators who take one look at me and can barely hide their disdain. And I'm sorry that you had to experience that. And the well-intentioned guardian cops, who never see themselves as racist but are in denial about their complicity in the systemic racism within the NYPD. Cops like you, Captain Benson.
You get it? Okay, how do I make this screen smaller? There we go. Anything else? Here's another bit.
What's going on? That day that you told me you enlisted, did you know what you were signing up for? I thought we'd done been past this, Pop. Didn't you tell me if I want things to change, be the change? And? What have we seen change, son? Huh? Let me tell you about a little boy I once knew. Somebody asked him, how will it be okay? His answer? It ain't me. It ain't us. It ain't them. It's the cops. Y'all the ones that's killing us.
Okay, we got it. How do I make that screen smaller? Okay, there we go. Okay, there's your programming. You ready for your programming? Virgin Hyperloop successfully tests human travel in surreal 6-second trip. Wow. This really is like something from those weird dystopian future movies where they get just masses of people being moved around like cattle. Or maybe this will be for, those who take the mark, those who are allowed to purchase things. This will be something fancy they can do and travel while they're mutating. The two-seater XP2 vehicle traveled for 6 seconds on the test track and reached a speed of 107 miles per hour. Virgin Hyperloop had previously carried out more than 400 tests of its technology without passengers. Testing efforts were overseen by railway safety assessment and certification specialists. While Virgin Hyperloop officials noted that production vehicles will have 28 seats, this two-seater version demonstrated many of the safety and control systems that will be necessary for commercial service. Cool. I was kind of hoping there'd be some footage. I know it wouldn't last very long, but still. You can own the first space selfie only photo. This is for our flat earth friends out there and people who don't believe in space. You could own the first space selfie only photo of Neil Armstrong on the moon. How about that? Online Christie's sale features 2,400 photographs from, quote, the golden age of space exploration. There you go. They say that's what the moon looks like, the surface. Per a statement, the collection of 2,400 vintage snapshots features the only known photograph of Apollo 11, Apollo and the twins. You gotta love it. Astronaut Neil Armstrong on the moon, the first selfie taken in space, and the first image of Earthrise, it says. There you go. First selfie. Wonder how much that's going to go for. After 3,000 hours, a pet fish has completed Pokemon Ruby. Following an incredibly innovative and interesting experiment, a pet fish has completed Pokemon Ruby, sinking more than 3,000 hours into the game. I don't know how to pronounce his name. This is the fish's name. Mute Kimaru. It's the name of the fish. Swims in a tank that has a grid displayed on the back of the aquarium. The squares in the grid are attributed to a button, A, B, up, down, left, right. A tracking camera follows the fish's movements, and when it moves from one square to another, the command is sent to a circuit board, which then inputs the fish's actions into Pokemon Ruby. It's pretty crazy. Is that 11 hours and 54 minutes? I guess it is. Let's go back here. Where's the fish? Okay. Cool. I guess, right? Interesting. Fired Hillsong church pastor Carl Lentz. I cheated on my wife. Did you guys know about this? I don't really see this in any kind of big news or anything, but not surprised. Many of us for years have been talking about Carl Lentz and Hillsong, all the even Illuminati satanic type symbolism surrounding their church and a lot of their shows. And it's just so obvious. It's a beast system version of Christianity, or a beast system version of being a follower of Christ. They want to put put us into this category of Christian. Meanwhile, we know that Christianity itself is something that was created, something that was invented through Rome. One of the easiest ways to recognize that is Easter. It has nothing to do with an egg and a bunny, does it? Well, I mean, it does, but then for most people it doesn't. But we still accept it. Oh, this is when Jesus was born. Let's have an Easter egg hunt. Right? Right? And it doesn't take away from the truth of Jesus or the Bible or the Lord God or any of that. That's all real. That exists. But religion has taken it and mutates it. I watched an investigation discovery show the other night about these two sisters that were from a church, and they were just everybody loved them. They were these great ladies. And then one day they drove several hours and took guns with them and boomed 4 people. Some were relatives of theirs. And it was because one of their sons, who was like 10 or 11 years old, they believed he could see angels and talk to them. And they would encourage him to tell them what the angels were saying. Even when he had nothing to say, they would even give him money, and gifts and food, whatever he wanted, so that he could tell them what the angels were telling him. And as time went on, he started telling him that the angels were saying something about, some of the family members are evil. They need to be extinguished, taken out. And that's where that came from. And from what I saw, these are the type of women, they could quote scripture and, the whole thing, read the Bible every day. And there you go. Definitely not something Jesus would want them to do. But their churches, their religion, the ones they were in, were telling him otherwise. It was just kind of a dogma, a belief of that particular system of control. So most of us aren't surprised that Carl Lentz got caught cheating on his wife, right? I'm not. And that's good. As we've talked about, what's the apocalypse? What time are we living in now? Everything's coming out. Everything, everyone, everything's being exposed. You're either on the side of the Lord or you're not. Or you're undecided, and you better make a decision. I hope you make a decision soon, the right decision. Choose Christ, the only way out of all this. And you'll be given the sight, the eyes to really see. This is kind of weird. Here's another one, though. Just another one of these. This is from Now the End Begins website. Good website as well. And there are some people that advise Trump I've seen, spiritual advisors that I can't find anything bad on, but that's only like 1 or 2 of them that I've looked up. And all the others are just, to me, a lot of them are kooks and they're charlatans, and they're like, it's another Carl Lentz, another kind of beast system version of Christianity. But here's something where this Paula White at her church is talking about what's happening right now. And definitely flips her wig.
I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear us right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Amanda ata ata rata deda baka sanda ata ambo osa kata rite eke banda ata rike didi ashada. For angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus, from South America, they're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. From Africa, from South America, angelic forces, angelic reinforcement, angelic reinforcement, angelic reinforcement. Vika hata anda ata ora bata rata ante eke eke manda rasada. For I hear the sound of victory. 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 I hear the.
We get it. I also don't want to, you don't want to slander people, and I don't know this woman's heart, and you can only judge by the fruits, by the way they act and things they do. And I don't know. I see stuff like this, and I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. That's me. You know, maybe there's people out there that this kind of stuff would appeal to and actually help lead them to Christ. I'm not sure. I'm not one of them, but just throwing that out there. Yeah, the charismatic movement. That's what it's called. I've shown a couple of these videos in the past. This is Kenneth Copeland. I don't think I've shown you guys this one. I actually put this one down here in a video. The guy's like reading his cell phone while he's gummy bear. Okay, here's this.
Praise God. You missed a place to shout right there that you need to get used to this.
Yeah, there's some videos out there. This guy having serpent eyes. Just throwing it out there.
Of course, all of our offerings will go toward the outreaches of Kenneth Copeland Ministries and especially Kenneth Copeland Ministries Canada, and it is and the territories under which the Canadian office is. Sigama. Devreman var prevedis to cinema tatke. And on the Kenyandos doxisic Pukula Namen Bremenesto, Stella Hamalana.
Reminds me of the backwards talking man from the lodge in Twin Peaks. You guys know what I'm talking about. Of course, tons of symbolism in Twin Peaks. That's another thing.
And dealing in Stellas Karatak. The movement of the Spirit of God that has been prayed over, called down, cried over, died over, sought after. People crying for the lives of other people throughout this entire North American continent, but most especially in these territories and in these places in which we sit tonight. Centuries. People crying and dying, knowing it's coming. Yes. Knowing.
Okay. Let me see.
We are in the first reign.
I guess we already got the demon possessed part. I don't know. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I've seen worse, so I don't know about all that. But okay, got it. We good. All right, now it's time to watch a couple of weird videos. I've lined up quite a few. There's some good UFO sightings this week. This is from Disclosed Screen, the Grim Reaper. It's a channel I like. And he got knocked out, man. He got purged. Both of his channels did. He had a backup and his original Disclosed Screen, Grim Reaper. So here's back. And he's the guy. A lot of people ask about the last time my show got stopped live. I was showing you footage of what was claimed to be body shells, basically, for clones, for synthetic humans, potentially. And the footage was on his channel. I think it's one of the things he got in trouble for, probably. But it was pretty intense, man. It showed just lines of bodies in this cooler. Looked like a refrigerator, a big, massive refrigerator with big meat hooks. And all of them had these bodies hanging on them, like the hook was in the very back of the skull. And a lot of them had a cut mark on their right lower neck. Very strange. And anyway, so that's where I found it, for those of you who've been asking and commenting, was Disclosed Screen Grim Reaper. I don't know if he's put it back up or not, but you may want to go check it out. He's only got 1,000 subs now, and he lost everything. So, but I like these channels like this and Hidden Underbelly, and Mavi does some pretty cool stuff sometimes, but that, you know, show the weird stuff, man. I love the weird stuff, you know. Here's a CCTV that caught, it looks like a figure standing out here, and then a car comes by, almost hits it, disappears, and then the car hits the brakes and almost crashes. It's kind of weird, right? Wow, that's so crazy, huh? Kind of like you've seen in the movies. Cool UFO capture. This is on Hidden Underbelly. UFO lights seen over Krasnodar Reservoir in Russia. Good capture.
Что-то там вдалеке. Едем мы вот туда. Там что-то заблестело. И вот единственный способ посмотреть, это вот приблизить. Там какие-то огни. Не знаю. То ли это отблеск. Что это такое может быть, не знаю. Очень странно. Вблизи это еще страннее.
This footage was captured by the Russian YouTube channel Female Cop, and their channel is dedicated to metal detecting throughout Russia. So let's take a look at this UFO footage. Now, this object, does seem to be
interesting, though, huh? That was a good capture. Another cool capture. This is, to me, it's a pretty good close-up shot of what we talk about, like this particular type. You know, that these are dimensional beings, shapeshifters, change colors, forms, everything. I think this is the same one. Yeah, this is it. Check it out.
Sí.
Yo vi una parte nomás.
Está bonitilla.
Toda la película. ¿Sí?
Los hijos de la calle. Yo vi la de los hijos de la calle. A ver, amor, ¿qué crees que sea?
Sí.
Mira, ven. Cabrón.
Brillante, wow.
I think it just kind of keeps the camera on it the whole time, it looks like, but see if it moves.
Ah, qué padre.
No me está moviendo el se ve diferente. No me está moviendo el carcelito.
¡Ay, no más! ¡Qué chido!
Oye, pero ya no estuvo, ¿eh?
It's gone now.
Yo sí la dejé de ver.
All right. Cool capture. Looks like it's, look at that, kind of the middle of nowhere, huh? Guadalajara. Okay. Interesting one here. Another good one. UFO sighting over Liverpool. A little older, from October 25th, 2020. Still, we haven't seen this one yet. Another good one here. Another October 5th or 25th. Still, haven't seen this one yet. Check this out.
No, pa, mira la forma que hacen. Mira la forma que hacen. O sea, un triángulo.
It's August.
¿Qué es eso? Ah, no, esos son drones. Porque sí, ¿qué más va a ser?
You see them moving in formation, right? Or just changing their formation. It was a perfect V at one point.
que sí, o sea, no.
Here's one that another one of those trends we find here on KJ's What Happened for a while now, definitely the last year. A lot of this kind of footage showing up, and this is around the world. And it looks like there's a light show going on just above the clouds. And some people may say, oh, but it's something on the ground, but it's not. A lot of these have been looked into, investigated. People filming them know the areas. Some of these things happen over the ocean or over just, flat lands with nothing at all out there. And you'll see these lights dancing and moving in formation, and it's crazy. Anyway, I haven't seen one of those in probably about a month and a half, but this is the newest.
Explain this to me.
There's nothing up from the ground shooting up into the sky. That's not a damn airplane. What in the hell is it? We gotta send this video in. Man.
My gosh.
We gotta stop cussing on this video so we can.
You're the only one cussing.
Well, goodness gracious alive, there's aliens in this. I guess so.
Twice.
It is shooting light off of it, bro. And this is going. Let's see if I can catch it going through the sky.
Yeah, we're going on like 30 minutes of footage of this. And we have no explanation.
And then they go back to one. And then
yeah,
they spread
this is
apart
crazy.
Again. This can't be real, bro.
This is crazy.
All right, but I'm not going to sit here all night and watch it.
We can camp.
I'm not camping. I'm already getting hungry again.
You're getting hungry. There's UFOs. Ah, it's 2020. I'm hungry.
Hey, they can come pick me up if they want to.
No, they got to take me too.
Well, let's just link arms so if they come pick us up, we'll go together.
And Peanut. Peanut's going to end up ruling the country.
No more bills.
From Peanut.
We got abducted by aliens.
No more bills.
Now, that light down to the bottom looked like it came from the ground.
What do you
That
think,
one
babe?
looks like it's coming from the ground.
What do you think?
You can be like, what the rest of y'all do in 2020? Let's sit around the galaxy
with
You
UFOs.
don't stare at your phones.
Exactly. You can see the planes in this. Can you see the planes in the sky down below? That's how high the planes are. This is 3 times as high as the planes are.
That's just wild right there what I'm looking at.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is the creepiest thing I've ever seen, bro. All right, well, I'm getting off. I'm getting off here. I mean, I thought y'all would like that, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at. That's crazy.
I have no idea either, bro. And they're just shooting across the sky. You know, everybody in California thinks we're crazy as hell.
It's 2020.
Look at that, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Me and you both have never seen anything.
I've never seen anything like that.
Like I said, man, some of y'all who've been watching KJ's What Happened for a while, we've seen this before, all over the place. Probably half a dozen off the top of my head, just in different places around the world. Same anomaly. Here's another similar anomaly. This is UFO Bay, or UFO in the Bay Area of California. This is from 2 days ago. And this is one of those where the lights are showing up in the skies again. Like that. I got to do a compilation with these.
Does that?
There you have it. Okay, here's a good one too. This is in Veracruz from 2 days ago.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Mira ese poco, ve. Mira, ya vienen más, ve.
Es que yo no le puse el labio, pero todo eso, ¿eso qué es? No sé.
We're in the heavens, huh? Strange signs in the skies. Prince of the air. This looks a lot like the one over Liverpool, but it's not. This is from Istanbul, and this is from yesterday. And check out how similar it is to the one that was seen in Liverpool.
Zoomladık da şey yapamıyor. Çok kötü çıkıyor. Hiçbir şey belli değil.
Crazy, right? Very similar. You can kind of hear the guy's accent here talking. They're trying to in the beginning.
Zoomladım da şey yapamıyor. Çok kötü çıkıyor. Hiçbir şey belli değil.
We saw a really good video of a similar UFO you're about to see here a few months ago. And it was, I believe it was in California, maybe even Santa Monica. But something that looked like this showed up even on the beach. Maybe it was Santa Monica. I'm not sure, but anyway, look at this.
Все мы уже надоели, говорят присущее им другое. И сначала так вверх. Интересно. Люди просили, кстати, на рыбалку. Чтобы я на рыбалке поснимал. Вот, приехал на рыбалку. Настоящий. Что снимаешь? Да я так фотою.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, another good one. It's from November 9th, 4 days ago. Check this out.
What is that?
Oh, darn. Hold on. This is for the people out there that believe in the, or have seen video footage of the fake planes and planes that transform and change shapes.
Whoa. What the heck? What is that?
Isn't that crazy?
God.
Now most people just think it's a plane, right? It's a keeper. It's one of the most interesting ones I've seen in a while. It's Ryan Vito, V-I-T-O, YouTube channel, UFO or Spaceship, from Ryan Vito. Liberal Norway has made it a crime punishable with prison time to criticize the LGBTQ plus for P-DO movement, even in your private conversations. Norway's parliament has voted to expand the protections of that community that is enjoyed in that nation since 1981 by expanding the definition of HATE speech that can land a person in prison. As the spirit of Antichrist continues to rise over America and on every nation on earth, we see something absolutely chilling coming from the ultra-liberal nation of Norway. It's now a crime in Norway to verbally criticize the LG plus community in public and in private, including the privacy of your own home. Maximum fine for those people ratted out to the government includes, but is not limited to, 1 year in jail for private criticism and 3 years in jail for comments made publicly. Wow. Wow. Bo Jiden keeps telling you about the coming dark winter. Did you know that phrase is connected to Event 201 and Crown Virus 1984 Scamdemic? And I covered some of that in a video I did recently. More of a live show about the Great Dark Winter Reset. Bo Jiden. Bo Jiden, folks. This is just, it's been pretty amazing watching Fox News completely fold on itself. There's still a few people I'll watch on there. I still watch some Tucker Carlson from time to time if I'm thinking about it. Let me see. This is I don't know if you saw, but Neil Cavuto, he's on Fox Business. He cut off Kayleigh McEnany, the what is she, the spokesperson? He cut her off because she was talking about the erection fraud, and he suddenly cut off the mic, pulled the story, and said, "Well, we can't really verify that." So blah blah blah. So I think this was Tucker's response to that.
Population no longer believes that our democracy is real. That is sad. It is also dangerous. It could easily get worse. What we're doing in response is hardly the solution. It is making our country much more volatile. It is setting us up for something bad. In a democracy, you cannot ignore honest questions from citizens. You're not allowed. You can't dismiss them out of hand as crazy or immoral for asking. You can't just cut away from coverage you don't like. You can't simply tell people to accept an outcome, because force doesn't work in a democracy. That's dictatorship. In a free society, you have to convince the public of your legitimacy. You have to win them over with reason. Democracy is always a voluntary arrangement. Telling voters to
That was that. Oh, this is an older story. I just didn't know if you guys ever heard about this, from April 4th, 2018. Last night, The Wing welcomed Hillary Clinton into their coven. Clinton may not be in the West Wing, but she's definitely got an honorary lifetime Wing membership, and the latter has free Glossier products, whatever those are. Last night at the Soho location of The Wing, the Luxe Millennial Pink-Tinted Club for Women, co-founders interviewed the former candidate and newest member of our coven in front of an audience of 400 cheering, cavelling, I don't know what that is, sometimes teary-eyed winged women. I don't know, I may look into this a little more. I just thought it was interesting. Oh well, that's for you Hillary Clinton fans out there. This was this couple dirty words popping up here, but this was kind of a funny thing that happened live on air.
NBC's Kim Delanian has some new reporting on something that we talked about at the top of the hour, how the Trump administration is handling the transition with the incoming Biden team, or not handling it, we should say, to a certain extent. This time, it involves our intelligence community. Ken, what have you learned, sir? Oh, shit. Fuck. Okay.
Awkward.
Think we lost Ken for a second. We'll try to get him back there.
Don't even know what that's about. Maybe he had the wrong notes in his hand. This right here is just, it just doesn't get much better. This is Mayor de Blasio from New York. This is Mayor de Blasio's daughter. And the lady that recorded this was I guess her friend was. She said, I'm the lady in the yellow hat. But listen to what Mayor de Blasio's daughter said. Talk about a Freudian slip here.
Why do you think this is so special? Why do you guys ever talk? Well, for me, it's really special because now we have the first Black Asian female president in office, elected, and Joe Biden was able to steal now. But it's a win. Sorry, I don't understand you. No, we were able to win the election. Yes. What does it mean to Joe Biden was able to steal now. But it's a win. Sorry.
It's so classic. Project Veritas releases shocking recordings of federal agents. Oops. I guess I have to pause this. This is on the Gateway Pundit website. Veritas releases shocking recordings of federal agents trying to intimidate USPS whistleblower into recanting election FRAUD claim. Yeah, this is pretty hardcore. Have you heard some of this? Let me see if I think I've got some on here.
They were grilling the hell out of me. How are you feeling?
Let's see if he's plays. Yeah, there's some. I think. Check this out. So this is the guy you may have heard of. He's like a whistleblower. He's been trying to talk about the FRAUD and everything. And then the mainstream media a few days ago started putting out all over the place that he had recanted his story, and he hasn't recanted his story. He's even said that multiple times afterwards. It was just one of those kind of shams. But let me see if I can find that tweet here. Oh, here it is. It says to include it, he did not recant. So there's that. Okay. Anyway, let's watch some of this because I think this is the footage where the agent, whoever this agent is saying something like, you know, like I'm scaring you, but oh yeah, that's it. That's it. But I'm not scaring you. It says it right there. Okay, watch
the
this.
hell out of me. How are you feeling right now?
I'm kind of pissed. I feel like I just got played. And I heard him say to the supervisor that they messed up yesterday. I was like, oh, what did they mess up on? And he told the supervisor that they had postmarked one of the ballot for the 4th instead of the 3rd, because they were supposed to put them for the 3rd.
And so let me make good on that promise right away. Okay, this storm is getting crazy, right? And it's out of a lot of people's control. And so the reason they called me in is to try to harness that storm, try to reel it back in before it gets really crazy. Okay, I understand. Because we have senators involved, we have the Department of Justice involved, we have
Trump's lawyers team's gotten a hold of me.
I'm not. Well, I am trying to twist you a little bit because in that, believe it or not, your mind will kick in. We like to control our mind, and when we do that, we can convince ourselves of a memory,
But when you're under a little bit of stress, which is what I'm doing to you purposely, your mind can be a little bit clearer. And we're going to do a different exercise too, make your mind a little bit clearer. Okay, to go. So, but this is all on purpose. Roger. I am not scaring you, but I am scaring you.
It seems like they were trying to make me distrust y'all. And at the same time, it kind of affected, but at the same time.
You got to love that technique, huh? I'm not scaring you, but I am scaring you. It's so despicable. It really is. Philadelphia chair. Oh yeah, this is you'll see. This is one of Trump's lawyers actually trying to speak with Philadelphia chair of the city commissioner, Lisa Dealey. She refuses to speak to the campaign attorney. So check this out.
Commissioner, were you able to find the policies and procedures that I asked for earlier?
I'm on my way to a meeting.
Okay. So you're not going to share with the Trump campaign the items that we requested? This is what happens in Philadelphia. Corrupt officials like Lisa Dealey refuse to share information with the Trump campaign, and then they cover their face as they walk down the street.
Someone will be with you.
Can you let me know?
I'm on my way to a meeting.
Okay, who is the person that will be with me and when?
Have a nice day.
Who will be with me and when?
The appropriate person.
Who is that? Can you give me their name and number? I witnessed you speaking with Adam Bonin, the lawyer to the Philadelphia Democrats, as you walked into the room, and then you ignored me, the Trump campaign's attorney. And you continue to ignore me. Is there a scheme going on to keep the Trump campaign out of the count? We haven't been able to have any sort of meaningful observation whatsoever.
Yep. There you go. You also see why they always push the whole, it's always the left in America, the left-hand path, really pushing, get out and vote, get out and vote. Then they do something like this, what they're doing right now in front of everybody, and they can still pat themselves in the back. Oh, look, we got all the people out to vote. That's what happened. Right. Bars, restaurants, and gyms in New York must close at 10 p.m. Private gatherings capped at 10. So this is just more of these little dictators. Just loving it, man. They're loving it. They're loving that power. It's crazy. Man, I feel bad for you guys living in New York City. It's from 2 days ago. Britney Spears loses court appeal to remove her father from conservatorship. How about that? Her dad still has total control over her, everything. CNN's skew to Trump not conceding could put America into potential danger for another 9+11. How about that? Oh, there's another 9+11 coming, I believe. I do. It'll probably be more than one event. It'll be biggest, craziest, most catastrophic thing ever. So it's always interesting when I see them putting this kind of stuff out there, saying things like this. Governor Dunleavy urges Alaskans to take immediate action to slow C-19. That's from yesterday. So Alaska is going into a lockdown, emergency lockdown. Massachusetts prepared to legalize that operation up to a month, or moment of birth. That's from yesterday right there. So there's that. Still sacrificing to Baal. And, it's from Facebook. Facebook changed Trump's title from president to political candidate. These people, they're relentless. They really are. This is going to be a bit of a doom break too, but it's a little sappy, but there's some cool footage. We'll jump around a bit. Stray kitten picks a dog as her mom.
Out of my house, and we see this little cat. And I'm like, okay, Toast, this is a baby cat. So food, and the cat just goes straight into the food. She let the cat eat her food. Toasty, it's between them. Toast would help her get on furniture. She would push her up the steps.
That's all. I don't want to play the whole thing because I realize how many views this has, and it's on a channel with like 7-something million. So I'm sure they're claiming the crap out of that. This is pretty weird. You guys hear about this from Elon Musk? This is from yesterday. And again, who knows if he's being honest or if it's just part of a thing. But he says something extremely bogus is going on. Was tested for C19 4 times today. 2 tests came back negative. 2 came back positive. Same machine, same test, same nurse. Rapid antigen test from BD. So I don't know if he's fanning the flames or if he's just trolling or did it really happen. I don't know, but I thought it was interesting because a lot of people listen to Elon Musk, don't they? Oh, you gotta love this one. Biden's transition team considers Hillary Clinton for UN ambassador. Well, that picture's like 25 years old. Oh, and then this is just, I actually got this off of L.A. Marzulli YouTube channel. Just thought I'd throw it out there. I thought it was interesting. This lady's perspective on what's going on right now. Figured I'd share this. Check this out.
We're here at Sid Roth, and I just got something that just blew me out of the water. And just tell us who you are and how this came about.
I'm Donna Grisham, and I work with Sid Roth here. I am the guest relations coordinator with Sid. The other night, I guess it was actually before Biden and them gave their, speech saying that they had won and everything. The Lord, I was praying in the spirit, and the Lord told me to read 2 Chronicles 20. So I sort of argued with the Lord, wasn't arguing, but just, saying, oh, but Lord, I know, the battle's yours and you're fighting it. We don't have to fight. Well, let me just read you this, okay? This is really, God laid out a plan for Jehoshaphat and them for the victory. And that's exactly what God's doing for us today. He's laid out the plan of victory, and we have to take him at his word. Okay, 2 Chronicles 20:15 says, he said, pay attention, all you people of Judah, residents of Jerusalem and King Jehoshaphat. This is what the Lord says to you. Don't be afraid and don't panic because of this huge army, for the battle is not yours, but God's. Then you go on, if you go on to 2017, he says, you will not fight in this battle. So he's telling them, you're not going to have to fight. Take your position, stand and watch the Lord deliver you. Oh, Judah and Jerusalem, don't be afraid and don't panic. So in other words, he's telling us, don't be afraid, don't panic. There's nothing to worry about. Tomorrow, march towards them, and the Lord is with you. So he's reminding them, I'm with you. Here's the key right here. 2 Chronicles 20:20. Early the next morning, the army of Judah went out into the wilderness of Tekoa. The Lord told me, he said, stop. He said, look up the word Tekoa. The word Tekoa means trumpet that is confirmed. Do you hear what I'm saying? Trumpet that is confirmed. He laid the victory. They were in the wilderness, and he laid the victory. He said victory's already been won. Now, had they fought the battle yet? No. But in the middle of the wilderness, he said, trumpet that is confirmed. On the way, Jehoshaphat stopped and said, listen to me, all you people of Judah and Jerusalem. Believe in the Lord your God, and you will be able to stand firm. Believe in his prophets, and you will succeed. Let's just stop there. We've had prophets after prophet after prophet after prophet saying the same very thing. The same very thing. They're saying that Trump's going to go into a second term. Every one of them. So either this word is a lie, or the prophets are speaking truth. So this word is not a lie, for one thing. God is not a man that he should lie. Okay, 2 Chronicles 20:21. After consulting the people, the king appointed singers to walk ahead of the army, singing to the Lord and praising him for his holy splendor. This is what they sang. Give thanks to the Lord, and his faithfulness, love endures forever. So therefore, right now, we are in the middle of the wilderness of Tekoa. God has laid out victory already for us. We don't have to fight for it. We don't have to contend for it. We have to stand and praise him. We have to worship him. We have to give thanks and declare what the word of the Lord says. That we are in the valley of Tekoa. The trumpet is confirmed. So Trump will go into office again for a second term.
We'll see, right? There you go. That actually is also the last story I have for the night. So let me jump over here real quick to the chat room. Say, hey guys, how you doing? Hey, thank you so much for being here. Really, I appreciate you. Thanks for spending some of your Friday evening with us. Still early. If you want to get out and do whatever you do, get out and do whatever you do. But thank you, moderators as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your time and your hard work. Appreciate you. Huge shout out to my Patreon and PayPal supporters, guys. Thank you so very much. Also, a few other things to cover quickly. Check out the Discord if you like the community chat. It's 24/7. You can meet people here on the show, and maybe go to Discord and talk more. Click the link below for Discord. You'll get a page that says expired link. It's not true. It's not expired. Press the blue little button you'll have there, the little box. Then the next screen, look in the left-hand side and click chat room, and you'll be in the chat room with everybody, okay? So there's that. Also, the Scariestmovieever.tv I've decided to keep because the people using it seem to like it. It's if you've never watched any of my videos off YouTube, you're missing like 20 videos that are over there. In fact, my last 4 or 5 videos have been off YouTube. You can find them at BitChute, some of them there. There's a link below. Also, you'll find all of them on my website under exclusives. There's a link below for my website. And you can also find them all on the Scariestmovieever.tv, and that plays on Fire Stick, Amazon, all kinds of stuff. I put the last KJ's What Happened up there. I'll be putting this one up there tomorrow. I have a new video coming out on YouTube over the next few days before Tuesday, and that'll be uploaded to Scariestmovieever.tv as well. A few sponsors below. Check out the Brave browser. It comes with DuckDuckGo. Avoid Google at all costs if you can. So that'll be a free way to get off of Google. Also, emergency food supplies. If you want to get some kind of preparations together, there's a great link below. We're running some great specials for my Patriot Supply. Please check that out. Okay, that's it. Let me close up with a short prayer, guys, and just say, Heavenly Father, I always have to start off by just saying thank you. Thanks that we have a platform here. Thanks we have such a great group of people. Just thank you, Lord, for all this, and stay with us. Guide us, each and every one. If anyone is out there feeling fear and afraid and freaking out or losing it, Lord, I pray you're with them and guide them and keep us all in the right frame of mind and keeping everything in the proper context that's happening right now. And thank you for that once again, Lord. I love you. And in Jesus' name I pray. All right, guys. Hey, on that note, man, I'll let you go for the night. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. So I got a new video coming up in a few days. If you haven't seen any videos off YouTube, check out the Scariestmovieever.tv link below. And I'll see you here soon. We'll do another KJ's What Happened on Tuesday, all right? All right. Until then, take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.